morning, guys. My name is Chrissy and I come to you all the way from Maryland. I'm a recovering addict who has recently decided to take a more natural approach to life. I did an introduction yesterday to kind of update y'all on where I've been, what I've been doing, and you know what it is I'm about. And many of you who have been following me for over the past year know I'm about motivation and inspiration and encouragement and just really helping you learn to grasp a hold of yourself and to learn how to love yourself, right? Guys, active addiction was rough, right? So I had to do something, which that something ended up being recovery. But I needed to do something else. I needed to find a better way, a better way to live, a more natural way to live, a less toxic way to live. And that's what I've really been trying to feel out and to do over these past few years. I've been clean now, in active recovery for over about 7 years, 6.5, 7 years. And just as of this past year, making these changes within myself has become such a priority. And I come to bring that to you guys, to let you guys know that wherever you're at in life, whatever you may be recovering from, anything, sex, addiction, drugs, alcohol, shopaholic, sugar addict, I don't care. Addiction is addiction is addiction. There's not one better or worse than the other, and they're all hard. But you don't have to suffer from it, because you know what? Recovery is there for all of you. Now, when I say natural, many of you are thinking, great, she's going to jump right into this new lifestyle of eating. She's going to start talking about all this health stuff. Not really. No, that's not what my journey is. And that's not the journey that I'm choosing to bring. It's more about bringing a more natural mindset to all, and just kind of paying attention to what we put into our bodies and on our bodies. We don't have to make major changes. Let me give you an example. Addiction of any kind, drug use, alcohol use, all of these things is probably one of the most unnatural things we can do. We're putting so many things into our body, or we're carrying so many things within our hearts and our minds and our souls that have us doing these very unnatural things, right? And then recovery is really not the most natural of things, because of the things that we have to go through, but the process that our bodies go through is natural. Healing, detoxifying, this, that, and the third. Now, you really want to kind of try to stay there, and that's a mindset, okay? Now, the doctors, we go into a doctor and we say, I have a headache. I'm suffering from a headache. The doctor's like, okay, you have a headache, or it may be a migraine, whatever. Okay, here, I'm going to write you this prescription. This is going to help you. The side effects may be A, B, C, D, and E, but take it. Now, we don't think about it, guys. We just take it, because we think in our minds, medications, it's natural. You may be pregnant and have something going on with you. You go to the doctor. The doctor says, A, I can't treat you because you're pregnant, or B, here, let me treat you even though you're pregnant, regardless of what it is. It's going to help you. Trust us. We're doctors. All in all, not being told that there's a more natural approach, that there's something that doesn't have all of the dangerous side effects. There's all of these different things that we could be using that could help us. And we don't need all the toxics and the chemicals and the pills and the drugs and the injections and all that stuff. But that thing I'm talking about, which is natural, has had such a stigma attached to it for so many years. So it was marijuana, pot, the plant. I suffered for so many years of severe back pain, arthritis. I have bipolar. I have fibromyalgia. I have endometriosis. I have severe anxiety and a heavy smoker, along with being an addict. Now, I take no medication for any of the pain. Why? Because I'm not going backwards. So I did it dry. My husband suffers from chronic back pain. He did it dry. My daughter my 15-year-old has severe depression and anxiety, and she's on this medication at 15, was on this medication at 15 years old that had her completely spaced out and tired and just not natural, correct? It's not natural to have to experience pain on such a high level and be afraid to take something. What the doctors will say is, okay, I get it, you're in recovery, but guys, you're not relapsing if you take this medication as directed and you take it properly. I'm going to be transparent and bold, y'all. As a recovering addict, I don't understand those words. I don't understand that sentence. I don't take things as needed. My body tells me I need more. I take more. Boom, the addiction begins, and there you are back in a relapse mode. Or whatever else your addiction may be. You're back to it. Again, that quick. I refuse. I refuse to ever get that lifestyle. That's an unnatural lifestyle. I started hearing about CBD, cannabis oil. To me, that was pot. The marketing is a pot plant. Why? Because cannabis oil is derived from the pot plant. And I'm like, I can't. Even pot, I am not. I don't care how natural. I don't care how helpful. I don't care how beneficial. I'm not doing it. It alters my mind, and I'm not doing it. I won't even take a damn mood stabilizer, for God's sake, so I won't do it. After many months of research, guys, I realized something. That CBD don't get you high. I did my research. I started talking to people who were getting into the market, who were getting into this area of life, and I did my research, and I really studied up on it, and I asked many questions, and I went deeper than just the people who were selling it. I went into much deeper, past research up into current. I started asking people for testimonies, like not just people who were selling it, people who were actually using it. So I went ahead and was like, you know what, screw it. Back in November, I decided I'm going to try it for my whole family. And I let people know, hey, I'm joining this journey. I'm even going to actually become a rep for it. Why? I want to become a promoter because I really think that this could be something that I can bring to my fellow recovering addicts that could help them. But I can't talk about it, and I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to recommend it, refer it, nothing until I do it to see. And I started my journey many months ago, which you could go back to my lives on my Facebook. And I started talking about it. Guys, it's helped me since November. Immediately, my husband's chronic pain went within that first week from a 10, like a 9.5, 10 on that pain scale down to like a 5. He was pending surgery. Now he's post-op and he's at like a 2. Did it dry, did it no pain meds because he as well is in recovery of many years. My daughter, within 2 weeks of taking it, she's 15, we introduced it in with her regimen, with her Prozac. And we stepped her down. And she's off of it since November. It was about a 2-week process. Her doctor said, go ahead, monitor it. Only she can really tell you if it's working. So with doctor's care, we did it. Me, my chronic anxiety, my chronic body twitches, my chronic arthritis, my chronic pain all the way around has damn near subsided. I went from an anxiety level of like a 9.5 down to like a 1-2. I'm from 2 packs a day smoking down to where a pack lasts me 2 days. I'm mainly vaping throughout the day, and I don't vape nicotine. I vape CBD, which instantly helps with all of my ailments, as well as I take a drop or 4 in the morning. Guys, I'm not saying names of the company because I'm not about trying to sell it to you. I'm just here trying to educate, and if you want to know more, I'll be thrilled to share it. But that's not what this is about. But there's a surprise that I'm really excited about that I've been talking about all day, and I just noticed it last night, actually, since November. I mentioned that I'm also bipolar, and when I was in recovery, they diagnosed me and thought it was mainly just because all of my stuff, my levels were out of whack, and they thought, hey, we'll diagnose it and review it later. You're recovering, your body's going to do this. Well, I didn't really pay much mind, but at one point in time, for many years, I was very up and down, and they used to call bipolar and manic depressant like 2 different things, and they're pretty much one thing now, that from what I understand. But I would have severe highs and severe lows to where I'd be up extra perky. People always thought I was on like cocaine or crack or something, and that was never my thing, but that's how up I was. And when I would crash, I would crash. And in between that, there was outbursts, there was screaming and yelling, and my outbursts and my emotions and my anger or upsetness really never matched the situation. It was extreme, but I wasn't medicating. I just realized last night, after since November, when I started taking my CBD, somebody made a very odd, off the wall comment last night. They said something to me, and my response was, all right, cool. And she said, well, I just wanted to let you know in advance because I didn't want you getting all in your feelings and getting upset and thinking that you did something wrong. And I thought, wow, you really? You think that low of me? She's like, no, Mom, it was my daughter, my oldest. And she said, no, but that's what you would normally used to do, like flip out. The light bulb went off. Like, holy shit, guys, it's also helping stabilize my mood. This is why I have gone all natural. Not about the eating, it's about what's going on in my body. So, back to a comment made before. The doctors will write us a prescription for all these things, for bipolar, for anxiety, for depression, for emotions, for anger, for back pain, for knee pain, for head pain, for finger pain, for tooth pain, whatever. And we don't think about researching it. We just take it, okay, the side effects are, okay, take them. Get addicted, and then argue about it. Or just take them, and it ain't working, so we take more. Whatever. We don't bother with it. Now, we give you, there's an option for a healthier way that doesn't really come with side effects. They tell you to watch, talk to your doctor, do your research, but it doesn't come with the side effects. And we're all about, like, research, like, Google it, question it. What is it? Dudes, it's a plant that's got the extractions of non-THC, some with lower THC, some with higher THC. There's just different strains that are grown for different purposes now. It's not just about sitting around smoking one up and getting right. I couldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch it. I almost didn't touch it because of that. Guys, I'm going to come to you daily with a more all-natural ways to do things, more all-natural ways to maybe process your thoughts, all-natural ways to treat your skin. I'm making skincare, but also I can send you in the direction with a link to get some really great skincare through a wonderful company where I get my CBD and my vape stuff. But you can get stuff and make your own products where you know what's in your body. Literally, with a couple bottles of essential oils and a couple organic base items and CBD oil, you have a whole beauty line and skincare line. And that's where I'm at for bath care and skincare. Why? Because I have looked at, like, for instance, a baby lotion. A lavender scented baby lotion that we all know the brand names of. And I looked at the ingredients, and it even says organic or chemical free or this free or that free. And I look at it, and I'm like, but I can't say half these words. And then I looked at the recipe of what I made, and I compared the thickness, I compared the scent, I compared the two things. And 4 ingredients that you can say the words and go buy the stuff instantly and make it, and you know what's going on in your body for your child or even yourself. I use it. And then you've got the other stuff that's, very popular, and no one double checks it, nobody Googles it, nobody questions it, and it's got a list this long. You could be allergic to the dyes, you could be allergic to this, that, and the third, or you can just make the stuff that works for your body and your child and your family with CBD infused into it, because CBD is an incredible skincare. My whole life and my whole lives and my whole videos and my whole everything is not going to be just CBD, but it's a huge part of what influenced this more natural way to do things. It's changed my mindset. I have lived such an unnatural lifestyle that I'm ready to bring some more natural, healthier thought processes and options into it, and I really just want to bring more of it out to you guys and to share it. Now, guys, like, subscribe, share, help me grow, help me get this information out to others. I have other platforms. I've got a Facebook and I have my Instagram, which I'll pop one to here for everybody, and just help me grow, because it's one thing you'll be like, why doesn't she do better editing? This is the stuff people will pick apart, editing and this and the quality, because you know what, I'm bringing you a more natural approach. I am coming to you more bold, unfiltered, unprocessed, unedited approach. May not be the most professional way to do it, but it's my way to do it, and it's the way that I sometimes would prefer people to bring to me. So guys, come on now, hop on with me. Let's help me get this out there. I would love your feedback. Please give me your feedback. Give me your testimonies. Give me your stories. Give me your thoughts or your concerns. Is there something that you would like me to research for you and bring to you and do a topic on? I love people giving me ideas and what they would like to hear, but they don't know how to go about getting it out. I can help you be a voice. You know, just because, guys, you're in recovery and you lived a really fudged up life and things were really hard for you does not mean you cannot live a more natural, happy, healthy, inviting, just chill lifestyle. Success and happiness is not always based upon money. It's based, or items or materialisms. It's about you and how you feel and your self-love and how you look at yourself and how you portray yourself to the world. It's about what you put into your body and what you put out. I love you all. Do all the things. And I will be seeing you guys very, very soon. Bye.